A state-of-the-art cancer treatment unit has been officially opened at Northampton General Hospital. The Countess of Halifax, who is president of Macmillan Cancer Support, opened the new haematology suite. The unit has cost more than £2 million and has been funded with help from an appeal by the Chronicle and Echo.
I'm not going to make a speech, but I'd just like to say I'm very honoured to have been asked to come along today to open the unit. I'm also very privileged. I've had a look around, and the poor patients, if they have to undergo these horrible treatments, they certainly are going to do it in the best possible environment. And led by the able Nettie, who I gather is meant to be not at work, but here she is in her uniform. And I now pick this work.
After the official opening, people were shown around the new unit and some of the improvements which have been made to the service it provides.
Our facilities in the past were really rather cramped. So before, if you came to the haematology clinic, you would notice the waiting room, which was really very full. You would notice the treatment room, which was definitely overcrowded with lack of privacy. You might see the patient trundling through the waiting room with their drip on the way to the sanitary facilities. You'd see some patients spilling over into the corridor. You'd see the consulting rooms, which were too small and not enough of them. We tried to make it better ourselves. We realised we needed to do something more, and we needed to create the marvellous space for patients that we've got now. Now, the idea to do this, of course, came from a patient, as most of the good ideas do come from patients, and this was what I would call a typical haematology patient. A person struck down in the prime of life with a very serious illness, and like many of our patients, this man's life was on hold, the life of his family was on hold, everything hinged on the next episode in his illness. And when it was more or less finished, one of his relatives came in with a really very sizable cheque and said, "We think this might help you do something with your department." And that started us off on what has been a journey which has been going on now for well over 10 years.
Nearly 2.5 years ago, the appeal was launched. It's wonderful to be back here today to see why you've all been working hard with the hospital and with ourselves to raise the money needed for the appeal. We're committed to supporting cancer care in Northamptonshire, and this is, as many of you know, the second major capital appeal we've run at Northampton DGH. And many of those who are here today have been with us on that long journey over many years, and particularly the partners with the Trust and also the Chronicle and Echo.